So the viewpoint is quite different in case of a enlightened man and unenlightened man. The cases are very different because the man who is enlightened, he looks from behind, not the observer and the observed, not as that everybody becomes the observer of everything that he observes. But now the enlightened man even knows the observer. He goes beyond this observation and one that is observed, beyond that. So he has got nothing to do with this observer. Observer means ego. I do this, I have seen this, I experimented this thing, and only he is speaking of individual observer. As I can see the glasses here, I am the observer, and this becomes observed, in between observation. So everybody is doing up to this much, you see. Right. But no one knows who is the observer. I am the observer, everybody say, I observe, an object of observation, right. But nobody knows who is the one who is even looking at the observer from behind. The enlightened one does it, not the other one. Even the observer is seen. I am seeing, I start working myself as an individual person, but I don't go behind what is this individual person himself. So whatever is seen, observed, I observe my body also, and not the one which is beyond. The beyond will observe my body, my feelings, my intellect, my mind, and my body and senses and the objects, everything he will feel from behind. So if you turn your face to that one who observes the observer, that is now my question to you. You see, you are. You see also what you are doing. To see who you are, and you are quite conscious that I am so and so. And what is this consciousness by which you can know I am conscious, you see, of everything. So that supreme consciousness is looking this individual consciousness and everything that is being done by the individual itself in the way of senses, you see. Or you can call it other way. There are objects. And then the objects we feel through the senses. Senses of sight we see, through ear, music, nose, fragrance, tongue, taste, hand, touch. Now, object, senses. And better than the senses is mind, because the mind orders, commands the senses. There is glasses, pick it up like this thing, mind. Beyond the mind, intellect, you see. Intellect which decides what you have to do and what you have not to do. If it is some flower, you have not to touch it, but smell it, you see. So, intellect. Beyond intellect is ego, from where the rises of the intellect, mind, senses, objects, you see. Now, beyond the ego, now you have to go, who is aware of the ego, what I have to do and not to do. If it is a rock, I can't swim. There must be a lake to swim. So this decision is from the beyond the intellect, you see. Intellect decides, and the ego is there to do something, but this consciousness, which is conscious even of the ego, who is that? From where this consciousness will arise from. You see. Now you are going 5 steps back, you see, of that senses, mind, ego, and consciousness, individual consciousness, and supreme consciousness, beyond that. And if you see beyond that, all is there already, is being done, you see. And you are not affected, you are not doing anything, you are not the doer and not done. So that is called enlightenment, freedom. And even from the karma, what I described, there is no karma at all. This karma is in the framework of the mind, because this mind has recollected something and ordered the effect of some commitment to certain such vehicle or senses, and then beyond that, this activity has never even arisen from anywhere. So long a man has doubt, he is suffering, so we advise him to be free, we advise him to go and meditate in the Himalayan caves, go to attend satsang. So because he is in the mental plane, we advise him something. If you rise there, there never has existed anything, is the fundamental truth. There never ever has existed anything, never will exist. This is the ultimate truth. What we see is through our ego only, and this manifestation, what we see around, is what you needed to see, what you wanted to see, and this is related to your individual identification. And how you close up all these things in an instant when you go to sleep. Suppose you go to bed 11 p.m. you see. 11 p.m. you go to sleep. And the waking state started from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. So 10 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds have been waking state. And you could see, observe everything. What will happen now, the next 60th second of this waking state? Just before you fall asleep, now 59 seconds, and then all the rest from 5 a.m. is a waking state. You are quite aware.
Yes.
Now you are going to fall asleep. From 59th second, the last second is in your hand now.
Yes.
Now proceed slowly. Half second is gone now.
Okay.
Half of the 60th second is gone. Another quarter also is gone.
Okay.
Now full time is gone. Now
Yeah.
what is this state? What is this state? In between two states is half of the 59th second.
Okay.
That can be in between.
Okay. Now you're.
Now that in between is now reducing to quarter of it. Now quarter is gone.
Okay.
And I'm asking you now, what do you see?
I cannot express
You can't
it in
say,
words.
yes sir, you are
Right.
sleeping
I cannot
now. You are sleeping now. No more waking state. What you can see or say is waking state. Or maybe even dream state.
Dream state, yeah.
No difference. But now you are sleeping. You are sleeping now.
Okay.
Now, next morning, now, the first second of 5 a.m. now started, no.
I'm sleeping
First,
now. Okay.
you are sleeping, you have now to wake up, you see.
Now to wake up, yes.
Now to wake up.
Okay.
Now you are awake. The quarter of the second of the first day you are going to start now. And some friend comes, how did you sleep? Everybody says, how did you sleep? Mostly
Right.
Germans, when you get up, you see. But they always ask me, how did you sleep? But first of all, I didn't understand why should they ask me? I'm not sick man. No. I say, there was nothing wrong in my body. As I slept, so I wake up. I'm quite fresh. I'm now going to run. Why do you ask me? He says, I asked you because this is a tradition. When we meet each other, we ask, how did you sleep? And later on I came to know they never sleep. So, like this friend, he asked you, how did you sleep? Absolutely well. I was very happy, so that I could not see anything. I could not have no dream. I was very happy. Now, there was no waking state. Finished.
Right.
Before last night, finished.
That's finished.
And you are now, you say, I was very happy. I had very sound sleep. Now, who was observing the soundness of the sleep when you slept? Who was it? Who was remembering and seeing what you are doing in sleep? You are enjoying,
Right.
without any object, without any
Right.
subject. Then there was somebody who was awake
Right.
to see, enjoying your happiness, you see. Therefore, you tell to a friend, I slept very happy, you see. So now you come to the waking state. Yes. Now in the waking state, you do not know what has happened from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. What has happened, you can't describe. You slept, but you are saying you are slept in waking state.
Oh, okay.
You don't say, in the sleeping state,
Right.
I am sleeping.
No.
If you say, you are not sleeping.
Right.
So
Yeah.
this time from 11 to 5
Just
is,
before the waking state.
yes, is no time.
Right. No time.
No time.
Psychological time.
You didn't have watch. If you had also, you didn't see the watch. This is now,
Right.
this you don't see, you don't make up this thing. Even if you slept hungry, the food is there, you don't care when you slept. The food is lying on the table, but somehow you slept now. Even hunger is gone, you see. So this way, when you wake up, the bliss or happiness that you had from 11 to 5 means 6 hours.
Right.
Now you are waking up. What did you do with this happiness? When you say, I am suffering, this belongs to the second
After
of the waking state.
If
I am suffering, I am sick, I have to go to hospital
Right,
to
right,
work.
right.
But what about this time? What about the experience that you had for 6 hours, you see? 11 to 5, 6 hours. What did you do with this? And how you are going to utilize it wisely, yes, in the next waking state, yes. As you say, I asked you, where did you come from? You say, Colorado, is it?
Right.
So you came from Colorado.
Right.
Okay, now the man who is meeting you in the first instant, he is asking you, where do you come from? You must reply him.
Right. Yeah.
Where do you come from? This friend is asking.
Okay.
When you wake up, he is asking.
When I wake up. Okay.
When we wake up, where do you come from?
Then no problem, I can answer him.
You cannot say, yes.
Yeah. Just at that point. Yeah.
Yes, so you cannot say about something which was always awake. You can't say anything, you see. Means your consciousness was aware when you were unconscious, you see.
Yes.
Yes. So about this consciousness, you can't say, you are just conscious that I was happy, I enjoyed. So why do you forget this when you wake up? Why don't you enjoy this state? So what I advise you, what is good has to be honored, no? What gives you happiness
Yes.
has to be honored, no?
Yes.
You enjoyed
Yes.
5 hours, 6 hours. Now you have to say, I was happy, I have to be happy. And you now start your life from the last night's state. Now, when you are waking, even
Yes.
you think yourself, I am asleep, because this sleep gave you happiness. You see.
Yes.
So, still in that sleep, you will see that you are awake yet sleeping. Hard to believe, but this is a fact.
Oh.
Yeah. I am awake,
I'm awake, but still-
but yes, still there.
The state is still
So
there.
you sleep when others are awake. All around people are waking, and you sleep because they have never slept a night of happiness. You see. And you have. Therefore, when they are sleeping, you keep awake. And when they are awake, you keep sleeping now. They are awake now.
Oh, okay. That continues the state.
Yeah,
The
that's
peaceful
what
state all the time.
all the time. And you will never be affected, you see. What was affected? It was during the waking state.
That's right.
Or during this lifespan, and you are beyond that, you see. So this understanding doesn't need any practice also. This happens in satsang. Only you can catch it, absorb it, and become it, and be it, you see. It stays not by any practice, you see. With the practice, you can strengthen the mind. All practices need physical and mental exercises. So they all begin and end. What begins and ends is not true. It cannot be truth. What stays always is the truth. And by practice you gain something, some happiness for a while, but you lose it, you see. So any gain is no gain when it vanishes, you see. So this you don't lose because you didn't gain it by any practice. This is your own nature. And also now, you are now ready to declare, I am that. I am that which was awake when I slept. And now it is that when I am sleeping, everybody, the world is awake. I am neither this nor that, I am that. And this that cannot be explained.